One of the biggest questions I get in podcast coaching, one of the biggest concerns, is that people are afraid they'll run out of topic. They'll run out of things to talk about. What do I talk about in my podcast episode? What if I talk about these things and then I don't know what to talk about afterwards? So, this is an element of part of what I teach in helping you create content that will never end. And there is a way to do this, and that's what we're going to go over today in this short episode. Let's jump into this and get started. First, what you need to do is create what I call your signature offer for your podcast. Now, usually, this is what I teach in my business coaching when you're creating a business and an offer. But this actually works really great for podcasting too. And then you get clear on who you're speaking to. And then we clarify your message, which is the problem that you are solving for the person you are speaking to in your podcast. And then, for example, if you're doing, let's say, a true crime podcast, then you're serving criminal cases, answering problems and dilemmas in this case and giving ideas and doing research. Well, niche down even further. For example, you're taking a particular type of case, like kidnapping cases, for example, and that's going to be your specialty. So every case you take in your podcast is kidnapping cases only, or something like that. Now, if you're doing a podcast serving moms who homeschool, and this mom, let's say you're a mom who homeschools and you want to simplify homeschooling for other moms, then you're covering main topics in homeschooling, but niche down even further. How can you niche down as a homeschool mom? How to strategize your day without it looking like the regular school system? How do you get free from the system to make a homeschool system that works for your family? So what I teach is by creating an acronym where each letter means a topic that you can teach on. So remember, you've got to be clear on your message, you've got to be clear on who you're serving, and then you've got to niche down. And now we create an acronym. So for example, for true crime, it will create your signature offer with, let's say, a CSI community. So in crime, CSI means crime scene investigator, but yours is going to mean cases, speculations, and initiative. And these will be your 3 areas that you create topics on. So you'll be overviewing cases, sharing speculations, taking initiative in steps to solve cases as a community. And then your entire podcast and all your content will be focused on those 3 elements. So for example, overviewing cases might be some episodes, sharing speculations might be another set of episodes, depending on these cases that you're taking, which can be forever and ever of content. And then taking initiative and steps to solve the case as a community. Maybe you go live for those ones, whether on your podcast or maybe in a YouTube membership or a live stream on YouTube. So that's how that works for that one. And then for simplifying the homeschool signature offer acronym, let's say free kid, because you want to free your kid from the system. So free kids would be your acronym. So the goal would be setting your kids free from the Babylonian system. So for example, F would be fun, R would be resources, E would be easy. So fun resources that are easy. And then experience, real life experiences. So fun resources, easy experience. And then kids would be kindness, innovation, daily skills. So all of these would be topics that you would teach on in your podcast that you've niched down to this simple plan. So this is basically it in a nutshell. And if you'd like to know more, I have a free podcast launch guide that you can sign up for below. And it gives a lot of information in the tech and the cost and all of that everybody usually has a lot of beginner questions with. And I'll also post a link below for our virtual 30-day podcast accelerator. So in this accelerator, you learn how to launch your podcast in 30 days. And we have a live one here in Dallas, Fort Worth, but I'm launching this virtual one because it's in demand.